This is Indore's Maharaja Yashwantrao Hospital. Its records show that more than 80 patients were enrolled into clinical trials being conducted on behalf of the British Heart Foundation, AstraZeneca, Biogel and Mundi Pharma. 32 of these people died, some of them from natural causes.
There is a nexus between the companies and the medical doctors conducting the trials.
Often, there is no autopsy conducted on those who died during clinical trials. Since there is no proof of how or why they died, there is no compensation for the families, and the doctors who conduct these trials go unchallenged.
We found in so many cases that they are doing on the rickshaw pullers, the laborers, and the consent form was in English. So that shows that there's hidden malicious agenda of the pharma company as well as the doctors.
According to the 59th Department-related Parliamentary Standing Committee report on the functioning of the Central Drugs and Control Organisation, there is sufficient evidence on record to conclude that there is collusive nexus between drug manufacturers, some functionaries of the Central Drugs and Control Organisation, and some medical experts.
But the big money behind clinical trials is keeping the industry ahead of regulators, and new rules that allow what are known as Phase 3 clinical trials are creating new havoc in the country. India changed its IPR law in 2005 and allowed Phase 2 and Phase 3 trials on human beings for safety and efficacy of potential drugs. The trials are monitored and then data is collected, consolidated and signed off by doctors. And it's only after Phase 3 approvals that a company is able to sell these drugs. There are documented cases where the doctors in cahoots with the pharma companies are giving their okay and approving the trial drugs without actually studying the reports.
According to the 59th Parliamentary Committee report, a review of the opinions submitted by the expert on various drugs shows that an overwhelming majority are recommendations based on personal perception without giving any hard scientific evidence or data. Such opinions are of extremely limited value and merely a formality. Still worse, there is an adequate documentary evidence to come to the conclusion that many opinions were actually written by the invisible hands of drug manufacturers and experts merely obliged by putting their signatures. Take the case of Clevidine. 3 experts, Dr. Randeep Guleria of All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, Dr. Satish Lahoti of KBN Medical College, Karnataka, and Dr. Apurv Mukherjee of RG Kar Medical College, Kolkata, located at different places thousands of miles apart from each other, sent word-to-word identical letters of recommendation. In addition, all of them went out of their way to give unsolicited advice in identical language to DCGI to give permission to the company to market the drug without conducting mandatory clinical trials in India. In this case, in a letter number 12298/06 dated 12/2/2007, an official of the Government of India advised the manufacturer, Themis Medicare Limited, not only to select experts but to get their opinions and deliver them to the office of DCGI. No wonder that many experts gave letters of recommendations in identical language, apparently drafted by the interested drug manufacturer.
They are so lenient for pharma companies, they have allowed them to make the rules. Naturally, they will make the rules in their favor, not the favor of people of India.
5 years later, no action has been taken against the doctors nor against the official of the Central Drug Standard Control Organisation.
There's supposed to be ethical committees that are supposed to look whether it's done ethically, but many of the ethical committees are being outsourced, and someone is sitting in Gujarat and theoretically supposed to be supervising and looking at something taking place in a totally different state. And many of them have, links with the pharma companies.
Lakshmi and her late husband Shankar Lal was a victim of the infamous Bhopal gas tragedy. When he fell ill in 2008 and went to the Bhopal Memorial Hospital, he was enrolled in a clinical trial. Lakshmi says they were given no information, just a lot of little pills. These pills were Tricaglor, a drug used to control heart attacks and strokes that was being tested for approval. AstraZeneca is the pharma company that makes these medicines. And while there is no evidence to link Shankarlal's death with the medicines, Shankar's cause of death is listed as heart attack. And in the papers Lakshmi was given after her husband died, it clearly mentions that Shankarlal was given a study drug and Lakshmi and her husband had no idea they were being tested for drugs.
डॉक्टर ने विश्वासघात करा हमारे ऊपर, क्या क्यों करा इनने? कम से कम इतना तो जान लेते कि इनके घर में कोई है नहीं है कमाने वाला.
It is no wonder when NewsX tried to speak to the health minister, he refused.
पूछा था एंटीबायोटिक्स और सवाल पूछ रहा था, एक दो दिन के बाद you can come to me.